back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to my winter TBR. I feel like I never do winter TBRs. I do fall ones and I do spring ones, but summer and winter, they always get neglected. So this year, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. And I feel like on my last seasonal TBR, I did a little bit better than, usual, but not by much. So this is the season where I'm really gonna try to read all the books on my list, and I even did less than what I would usually do. So I'm trying. I'm really trying. Let me know down below, are you seasonal readers? Do you like to pick up books that are particular to a season? And if you do set a list, do you stick to it? Because I find myself just reaching for any and everything throughout the seasons and then being like, dang, now I can't read that particular book until the season comes back again because I didn't prioritize it. So this will not be the time. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna rectify it. And here are the books that I'm hoping to read this winter. Let's start with the ones that are strictly seasonal. My Christmas reads, my holiday romances. Let's talk about them. The first one that I have is Coal and Mistletoe by Sadie Rose. I picked up this author at Steamy LitCon back in August, and I still have yet to read one of her books. I don't want to talk about it. I'm a little ashamed, okay? But this one is obviously a Christmas romance, and I've been meaning to pick up this author for a while, so this is the excuse that I need. I have literally no idea what it's about. Fired from her corporate motivational speaking job just weeks before Christmas, Sloane makes the decision to spend Christmas at the small lakeside cabin resort from her childhood. Okay. And then she runs into Cole, a grouchy workaholic. Sold. I'm sold. I'm really excited to pick this up. Hopefully I like it, and it's short. Then I have a book that came out last year that I never got around to reading during Christmas time, so rectifying my mistakes. A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone, one that I was really excited that had came out. I just didn't get a chance to read it. This one follows an adult film star who ends up in like a rom-com movie, but her co-star, the male co-star, ends up recognizing her, and they have to keep it under wraps because it's supposed to be like a very vanilla rom-com-y movie, and so she's trying to keep her information under wraps, and they end up falling in love on set. So sounds like it's going to be a cute romance. Hopefully I like it. Last and definitely not least, the most important Christmas romance on this list, and that is The Blythe Before Christmas by Kate Stewart. This is the Swoony Readers Book Club pick for the month of December, and one that I'm very, very excited for. I have read Kate Stewart in the past. Obviously, I've read the Ravenhood trilogy as well as One Last Rainy Day, and I'm obsessed with this author, especially in that world. So I'm very curious to see if I'm going to like a more simple, less, dramatic and absolutely gut-wrenching story from her. But there is a cameo from Mr. Alfred John Roberts in here, so I'm excited for that, and I'm hoping I love the next book by Kate Stewart. And I just love the fact that it's a Christmas romance. I feel like it's totally outside of what I was expecting her to write. All right, up next, we're going to talk about books that feel definitely like more of a cold setting, things that I feel like definitely fit the wintry vibes. Let's start with Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is an ice hockey romance. Obviously, ice hockey is cold, so I feel like this is the perfect time to read this. I believe these books are also set in Canada, which tends to be more of a colder country. I don't know about all the places in Canada. I'm sure not every single place in Canada it's cold, but from what I can remember about the places I know, it gets snowy and cold. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't really know too much about it. I do know it is an ice hockey romance, and that's literally all I know. Actually, I did read the first couple chapters. I believe it's like second chance type of thing. I can't remember, but I do like Stephanie Archer's writing, and I'm very excited to read this ice hockey romance from her. Up next, we have another ice hockey and figure skating romance, and that is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book, but I do own it, so I want to give it a go. This is a book about, I think the figure skating, rink closes down, so the ice hockey team and the figure skating team have to share the rink, and it is a relationship between two of those people. I've heard good things, but I've also heard very mixed reviews. Some people have said this is terrible, and it shouldn't be as long as it is. I don't really mind long romance books, but I've heard the writing isn't great, so we shall see. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and hoping that I really love this one because I also want to read her other book, which is called Wildfire, I think. Then we have Forever and Ever by Lucy Score. Speaking of not minding long romance books, Lucy Score is known for them. I have no idea what this is about. I picked it up because I love Lucy Score. I have loved the Knock 'Em Out series by her, and I'm really excited to read books outside of that series. This is a stiff book, but it definitely looks like it was set in the snowy mountains, so that's the reason for picking this one. It just gives me winter. It's blue, it's icy. I want to read it, so hopefully I like this one just as much as the Knock 'Em Out series. Up next, we have Whispers of You by Catherine Cowles. I've been meaning to read this one for a while. I have read some Catherine Cowles books in the past, and I've been wanting to pick up the series. As you can see, it does have a snowy mountain on the front, so winter vibes for sure. I also absolutely love these books underneath the dust jacket because they're stunning. But I definitely need an excuse to pick up the rest of these hardcovers. So if I could read book 1 and enjoy it, then I have an excuse to pick up book 2 in the hardcover. So crossing my fingers I like it. I gave my first Catherine Cowles a 5-star, and I gave my second one a 3.5. So kind of a big jump there, but I don't know anything about this. I know it's going to be small town. I know it's going to be romantic suspense, and that's literally all I know. Now we have a fantasy. I want to pick up Omens of Ice by Juice Accardo. Obviously, ice in the title. It's very white and bright. This is a special edition, so I don't know if the original cover looks like this, but this is just giving winter vibes all the way around. I believe this is a fae story, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, winter fae. So it literally says winter in the synopsis, so this is a perfect winter book. I don't know too much other than that. It's an Owlcrate book, and I tend to not remember the synopsis of my special edition box books, so I'm going into this one blind, but I'm hoping I like it. Another winter setting fantasy that I want to pick up is Anastasia by Sophie Lark, this massive romantic fantasy, and I'm very excited to read this one. I absolutely love the, is it Pixar or whoever made the Anastasia movie. That movie gets a lot of hate, but I love that movie so much, and so I'm really excited to read the book that she wrote, inspired by the actual events that inspired the movie, so about the Romanovs. Anastasia, I don't really know what she did different in the story, but I do know that I need to read it. I love Sophie Lark, so I'm excited to give this one a go. It's very chunky, so hopefully I can prioritize it because it's a big one. All right, now we're going to talk about books that I just want to read, and they are giving me somewhat wintry vibes with the covers, so we're going to go with it. I'm going to keep the Sophie Lark train rolling and say I want to read The Rebel. This is the next book in the Kingmaker series, the first one being The Heir. I didn't absolutely love The Heir, but I definitely know that I want to continue on with the series, and the white bright cover is definitely giving me wintry vibes, so hopefully I love this. From what I can remember, actually, the first book did have some snow settings, so I'm hoping that still stays the same with The Rebel, and I can make it feel like a wintry book, even though it's just a mafia romance. Then we have The Black Swan Affair by K.L. Craig. This is a book that I got through Bell Box, and I've been meaning to pick it up for a while. I don't know anything about the book or really the author, but I've heard really good things. Amanda is always recommending this one to me every time it comes up in a video, saying that she thinks I'll love it. So I would love to give it a go. I don't know, just something about the sprayed edges and the cover just give me winter vibes, and I'm hoping I really like it. On the back it says, "While he was the sun that lit your world, you were the darkness that shadowed mine." This sounds like it's going to be really good. Another Mystic Box book, or is this Bell Box? I can't remember, but I have a Jennifer Hartman book that I would like to read. This is the second book in a duology, so it'd be finishing up a series, which I really need to do, and that is A Pessimist's Guide to Love by Jennifer Hartman. The first one was An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak, and that one definitely left off on a cliffhanger, and I've been meaning to pick up book 2 for a while, but I've heard mixed reviews about book 2, so I'm very apprehensive to pick this one up. This one follows... Honestly, if I try to explain it, I don't remember. So I liked the first book. I really enjoy Jennifer Hartman's writing, so I'm curious to see what I'm going to think of this one. The last two we have, I picked up another fantasy, and that is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I'm really trying to get through my book box books. I don't know if you can tell, but this is one that came in an Owlcrate. Oh, I'm sorry, in Owlcrate. I actually think I did get an Owlcrate edition of this as well, but this is the Owlcrate version. I am excited to give this one a go. I've heard really, really great things about this book so far. The early reviews have been phenomenal, so I'm really excited to try it. Again, I don't have any particular reason for putting this on my Winter TBR other than it has blue on it and it was giving me winter vibes. So we're going to roll with it. Hopefully I like it. I don't know anything about it really. It is a YA fantasy, but that's literally all I know. So hopefully it's a good one. And finally, another book continuing a series I would like to read, Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ricci, the second book in the Addicted Calloway series. This one follows Lily and Lo. Lily is addicted to sex, Lo is addicted to alcohol, and they are basically like best friends, but they use each other as a crutch to enable, that was a weird word that came out of my mouth, enable their addictions. But this is the next book in the series, and I didn't absolutely love book 1, but I definitely wanted to continue on with the series, so I was hoping to pick up the next book, and because it's again, white, it's giving me winter vibes. So that's what I'm going with, and hopefully I can get to this one. It's not too long. It's actually rather short, just over 200 pages. Actually, just under 300 pages. So hopefully I can get to this one and love it and move on with the rest of the series because I've heard it only gets better. Alrighty, that is my entire Winter TBR, all of the books that I'm hoping to read in December, March. December, March, great. All of the books I'm hoping to read in December, January, and February. Yes, thank you for a second time to try because that was embarrassing. Let me know if you plan on reading any of these books that I mentioned, or if you've read them, let me know what you thought. Also, feel free to let me know what's on your winter TBR. If you set seasonal TBRs, I would love to hear that down in the comments. If you made it to the end, leave a snowflake emoji. Do they have that? I don't know. If not, a snowman or anything wintry, you go for it in the comments. That is the end of this video, though I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course leave any comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!